Hello, I'm Greg Redke of Redke Mods, and welcome to episode 18 of Season 2 of my PowerPC series. Now, this isn't going to be the G4 Cube overclock video yet. In fact, I'm still editing episode 17 behind me. But this box came in the mail today, and I wanted to unbox it in front of you guys, because this is a really sweet deal. And here's the box right here. Now, what's in this box is something very special and very expensive that I got for $61. In fact, it almost cost as much as my 800 megahertz iMac G4. So yeah, it's a pricey card, but this was actually cheap for this card, because this video card right here is a very special video card. This video card was available as an option for all the Quicksilvers and all the MDDs as one of the top tier card options. It had one of the longest run of PowerPC cards, but it was also the one that was chose the least in any custom order build. And because of this, it's a very rare card, and it happens to be the most powerful OS 9 card in existence so far. Maybe someday someone will make other cards compatible with some extensions, hacks, and stuff, but as of right now, this is the most powerful OS 9 card in the world. And these cards go for $200+. I got it for $61 because the seller didn't mark it properly. He basically just put the model number on the listing, and I literally stumbled across it, and the second I saw it, I hit buy now. I didn't even hesitate. I didn't care if it didn't work or not, because I could probably get it to work. If it didn't, it looked okay. There's a bent bracket on it and a few other things that in this video we will be redoing the thermal paste and testing it in my G4 Quicksilver right there, and getting it all set up. So what is this card, you may ask, because I haven't told you yet, and unless you read the title, of course. This card is a GeForce4 Ti 4600, the most powerful OS 9 card ever made. It gets trampled on by all OS 10 cards, but this is the top OS 9 compatible card and the best OS 10 performer to be OS 9 compatible. And this should play every OS 9 game at max settings, hopefully. And it should also play a lot of OS 10 games at pretty good settings. This will even outperform, for instance, the FX 5200 Ultra, which came out a year or two later. So it's a very, very heavy-duty performer. It does outperform some OS 10 GPUs, and I'm looking forward to showing it to you guys. So let's go. Okay, so here's the box. I don't currently have my unboxing knife. I actually have like 3 of them, and I can't find any of them right now. I have no clue where they are. So we will be using this multi-tool that's really, really worn out, and well, it's really dull, so it's going to be fun to cut into this box with it. But let's pull the knife out here. I used to use this multi-tool on basically everything, so it's really worn out. But hey, it survived as long as I've used it, so we will cut into this tape here. Make sure I don't cut my finger off in the process. This is really bad tape. This is a really bad, poor packing job, so I'm a little worried, but hopefully it will be okay. So yeah, let's peel this back. And this is an old keyboard box from what I can tell. So yeah, keyboard boxes come in larger boxes, so I'm a little worried that this survived. But it looks like it's been well wrapped, so we might be alright. Yeah, here we go. It looks like it. It is taped very, very well. So yeah, this knife actually might not do it. Yeah, it did. I still can't get into it though. All right. Okay. So here it comes. There it is. The GeForce4 Ti 4600. And it is in all of its glory here. That's they even tapped the, oh boy. Okay, so they taped this, and it's really strong tape. This dull knife's not cutting through. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now we should be able to get the card out, I hope. Nope, it's still taped. There we go. Okay, now we can get the card out. And there it is. It looks just like the picture. The bracket's bent, which is an easy straightening, I hope. It doesn't look like it's damaged the port at all, so that's good. Here's the card itself. The fan is bad, it feels like. These fans go bad. It's a very common thing, so I'll have to order a new fan for it. But hopefully it will at least boot up. These run hard, they run hot, they run loud. I might come up with a custom idea for the fan right now, but as long as the card's fine, you know, who cares? So yeah, the fan is bad. I can tell by just it's bad, but it does look cool, I'll give you that. And this is the card. It's very long. I know why they made it so long, so it would fit into the PCI card support bracket, but really it's not much bigger or heavier than any other AGP card that came out for the system, so you really don't need this. Don't know why they thought that was a good idea. But anyway, here's the card. It's a little beat, but I'm very hopeful it will work. So I'll take this cooler off. I can actually probably do it on the camera. Let's take this cooler off. Maybe. Okay, so the fan doesn't want to come unplugged. Yeah, there we go. And it pulled the whole connector off the board. Yeah. Well, it's still on there, thank goodness, so we can just literally wire it back in. It's in worse shape than you'd think, but I think it will still work fine. So I'll disconnect the connector from the wire, and we'll continue on. Okay, so I don't know why the connector was so stuck. I ended up breaking it a little bit, but when you plug it back in, it does stay in, so it's not a big issue, and it works. This, of course, will have an aftermarket cooler on it anyway, so still. I have taken the locking pins out of the heatsink cover, so we should be able to just hopefully lift this off. Might have to, I will push these pegs through and then we'll continue because it's hard to do it with one hand. Okay, so I think I've pushed the pegs through, so this should lift right off. Which it doesn't. It might be, I doubt it's thermal epoxied on. You don't want to break the thing if it does work. So I don't know if I can film this on camera or not. 1 second, guys. Okay, so I've taken the spring pins off now, as we can see here, and the heatsink still attached to the card. So I don't know what to do right offhand. Let's see if the twisting method will work. I'll set this up as like a tripod, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so we're going to try to twist this off here. Okay, it's not going to twist off. I'm getting a little mad. Well, that's annoying. I'm not sure what to do right now. I'll probably have to get this off of camera, so yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so success has been had. I had to use a hair dryer to pull the heatsink off by heating it up and getting the thermal compound loose. This has the same thermal compound. I had the same problems with my MX4 that came with the Quicksilver, and yeah, they use the same thing on this. It's still a little warm. Yeah, this stuff's a really nasty yellow compound that's nearly impossible to get off. It's going to take me a long time to work it off, so I probably won't film it because, well, it's going to be a lot of film. But we'll clean it off, and you know, this cooler the fan does feel bad. I'm going to see if I can find another fan to stick on it, at least temporarily, and we'll take it from there. Also, if you guys are wondering why I haven't tested it before doing all this, it's because they said it was pulled from a working environment, so I'm taking the benefit of the doubt and saying that it does already work. So yeah, anyway, time to clean this thing up. I thought I'd start off by looking at the fan, and it is totally seized up. It does not want to spin. So I might have a video card that has a fan that this fits with. I don't have many Mac cards that have fans, but I might have a PC card laying around that might have a fan. If not, they sold aftermarket cards, and these were actually pretty darn loud. They made aftermarket card fans and stuff, so I might end up having to get one of those, but we'll see. Okay, so the fan situation just isn't going to work. For one thing, NVIDIA looks like they epoxied the screw, and I couldn't get it out. So yeah. The second thing, the fan is so screwed up, it's never going to work again. And third thing, I don't have any fans that will fit it. So to test this, it's going to get interesting, but we will still test it. And I ordered a solid copper Thermaltake heatsink, which was specially designed for these cards, so it should work. And yeah, anyway, so let's get on with the video. Okay, so here's the partially refurbished card. I've plugged it in one time without the heatsink on just to see if it would show a display, and the chip didn't get very hot, so I'd say it will be alright with a bad fan. I'm not going to plug the fan in because, well, it's bad, and this should last, I hope, 10 minutes. I'll show you quickly a picture of the chip. And that's what the chip looked like. It took a long time to get all that yellow gunk off of it. It's cemented on, and it took a lot of scraping and stuff, but I managed to get it off without damaging anything, so that's good. So we're going to hook this thing up into the Quicksilver and run some benchmarks and hope the Quicksilver doesn't overheat, because I'm not closing the door. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, and here's what it looks like in the Quicksilver. It uses the PCI bracket, as we can see here. It's the first card I've ever had that actually needed the bracket. and that's what it looks like on the inside. So yeah, I'll plug in the monitor in, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so we're going to power it on and hope the card's still working after me playing around with it some more. So yeah, we hit the power button and see what happens. The monitor has a power, so let's see. There we go. We can have an Apple logo. Card seems to be all right. It's not warm yet, so that's good. We might be able to get the benchmarks to run without it nuking itself. And basically, after I run the benchmarks, we'll quickly swap back my 9000 Pro into the system so we can go over the benchmark results and stuff. I don't want to have this on here extended with no fan. The param reset itself. That's concerning. Okay, so we'll go over to About This Mac and go to More Info. Quickly look at the graphics and displays. And here we go. GeForce4 Ti 4600. That's a good sign that all of that's showing up. Let's check the temperature of the card. Oh, it's getting toasty. I don't know if it's going to make it through a test or not. I hope it will. So we'll start off by what should we run first? Let's run something not too intensive here. Xbench. Just do the card test. Start. Okay, so I'm going to quickly save this and switch over to the 9000 because it's getting very warm. I'm not going to run OpenMark on this right now because of the state of the card, and OpenMark likes to melt cards. So we'll just compare the the bench results once I put the 9000 in, and I'll do an update video on this card once the new cooler comes in. Okay, so I put the 9000 Pro back in, and there's the card right there in all of its glory. And let's look at the benchmark results really quick. Turn this light off. Here we go. Now, there's not much of a difference in Xbench, but I couldn't run OpenMark, so when we do the update video on this card, we'll run OpenMark. But as we can see, the 9000 Pro is pretty close. It's only 2 points off in total, and in the Quartz graphic test, it is quicker than the 9000 Pro. But you also have to consider that the 9000 Pro came out roughly a year after the Ti 4600, and yet the Ti 4600 still performs better. It is a better card, and altogether, this card's going to cost me probably $72, $73. Which isn't bad compared to buying one that's in good shape for like $200+ on eBay. This was a steal, and I'm very happy with it already, although I can't really play with it yet because of the cooling problem. But I think it was a good deal. I saved well over half on it, and I'm happy. So anyway, that's going to be the end of today's video, and if the giveaway is still going on by the time I post this, don't forget about the Power Mac G5 giveaway. You can click this link right up here. If you're in the United States, you're eligible to win. You just have to watch that video and, you know, follow the rules and enter. Other than that, I'm happy with this GeForce 4, and you know, I'm happy that everything seems to be working out so far, and I will be updating you guys coming up on just how well it works with the new cooler. We'll also do a video on installing it, so that's going to be cool. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching, and this has been a Rutke Mods video. The pram reset itself. That's concerning. Did the clock really go off in the middle of the video? This is making me nervous. I have to wait for the damn clock. Okay, so we'll go over to About This Mac.